If you like what you watch, then don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the latest updates on The More Show. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel for new weekly television and radio shows.
So how about we start with you telling me who you are?
I don't know.
Who is this guy?
You have to let me go. I don't want to hurt your men.
Welcome back.
Bent cops usually have other ideas of things to do with their money.
Miracles do happen. You should be dead by now.
Do you know me? Do you know who I am?
I never saw you.
If you don't know me, how come I have your phone number cut into my arm?
Okay, that's it. I'm officially freaked out now.
You haven't got anything. Bits of some jigsaw puzzle you'll never put together.
I love you.
What happened?
Your wife and son. There was an attack. No one must have found out who you were.
Who am I?
Section C3. There was an operation instigated about 2 years ago for somebody to get deep into Gunter's syndicate. Gunter made sure you went to Bangkok. He didn't plan on you ever coming back.
This time, I'll deal with it myself.
You infamous Thai bastards.
You've damaged your mind. It's going to take time to come back.
Interesting hobby for a stripper.
Oh, I'm not just a stripper. I'm a stripper with guns.
I'm impressed.
So today's your lucky day. But tomorrow it's not.
Are you out of your mind?
Welcome back. Joining me now is actor and producer of the film Amsterdam Heavy, Rik Sinkeldam. This gritty action thriller looks at the criminal underworld of the red light district in Amsterdam. Alongside producing, Rik stars as the protagonist JD. Rik Sinkeldam, welcome to the show.
Hey Kevin.
Now Rik, just tell us a little bit about the film, because we've seen the trailer there, which it looks fantastic. So just explain to the film, to the audience.
It's all about JD, my character, and he arrives at Amsterdam airport with only his pants on and no recollection of who he is or where he came from whatsoever. With some memory flashes of Amsterdam, he knows he has to get there. So he jumps on the train. First he beats some punks up so they have some clothing. So we have a little Terminator moment there. He gets on the train, goes to Amsterdam, and gets the help of a beautiful exotic dancer, Alison Carroll, who's playing Monique, and she helps him to, uncover his past and gets his memory back, and helps him in a lot of fighting and action throughout the film.
So, yeah, there's a lot of action in the film,
Yeah.
And your background is in martial arts, isn't it? And as a stuntman, so just tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, for 24 years now, I am a practitioner of martial arts, Muay Thai, kickboxing, street fighting, kung fu. I did a course of 4 years in stunts, stunt fighting, action acting, action choreographies. I did a lot of short films with that. I did some features with that as well. And yeah, when I met the producers in Cannes last year, I was actually telling them about my background on a party. And without knowing, I was actually auditioning for the part of JD, because a couple of months later they asked me to be the lead character for this film.
So do you think then that with your background, with your martial arts and your stunt work, do you think that sort of that transition to acting has made it easier for you, because you're more of a, you're more viable, aren't you, as a product in a sense?
Yeah, but I was also an actor because I did a lot of stage plays, even when I was a teenager, up until 6 years ago, before I actually made my first step into film. So I had an acting background. So the producer saw, indeed a valuable character there. So a guy who knows how to act, a guy who knows how to do his own stunts, and make fights happen on camera.
So you say you found it quite easy, would you, to take on the role of JD in this, the main protagonist?
Yeah, because I could actually do my own stunt. I could be involved in the whole choreography of the bigger fights, like an end fight or the iconic bridge fight in the middle of the red light district. So yeah, for the producers and for me, that really helped to create a solid character and with a solid fight. So every punch or kick has a meaning there.
Yeah. I mean, did you find yourself sort of taking that character home as well?
Oh yeah.
As your first major role, wasn't it?
It was my first major role, and I went totally into it. So yeah, others would say he went method, but I was the actor for the complete period of shooting and even after. So it took me a while to get out of it.
And sort of, you know, shooting in the red light district, I mean, that's not a normal sort of thing to do, is it really, in the film industry?
No, not really, because you have to have a lot of favors from that little village called the red light district. There are a lot of pimps there, brothel owners, of course, the women who are working there, shop owners, and they all need to have sort of an approval of what we were doing. And eventually it worked out well. But
so do you see yourself doing more action films? And is that where you want to go?
Yeah, that's my goal, actually. So after this film, I did some 2 other projects in Holland, all related to action. And now I have a sort of a resting period, because in 2012 I have 3 more projects coming up. Big action films, really big action films, actually. So yeah, my ultimate goal is go there and be the action star, actually.
I mean, is Hollywood where you want to end up? Is that?
Yeah, because, you know, Amsterdam Heavy helped me to open certain doors, and one of those doors was also Hollywood. And now I have a manager who is actually based in Hollywood, and he helps me as well to get the parts that are really good for me to break through.
I mean, why do you want to break Hollywood? I mean,
it was always a dream when I was a little boy. I always fancied films, acting, being someone else, and doing something with it. So somehow I always admire that, and yeah, now I'm just chasing my dreams.
But I mean, you wouldn't say that you've pushed yourself in that direction, would you? As some actors who are passionate about wanting to achieve this thing and will go out their way to do it. That's not been your journey, has it? No, because yeah, Amsterdam Heavy actually got on my path. So I took it and I went for it 120%. It is released now in the UK, worldwide actually. But because of that film, somehow it's like a snowball effect. You know, things happened. Like people wanted me for other projects in Holland, like I just said. Producers actually approached me from, hey, we're going to do this big action film. We think you're fit for that character. You want to do it. I met my manager now in Cannes. He said, hey man, this looks awesome. We have to stay in touch. And yeah, over the course of a period of a couple of months, he said, I want to be your manager because I'm going to boost you. And you know, so yeah, it all fell on my path. Yeah.
And of course, I was aware of the momentum I was in. Like, okay, I just did a film. It's got everywhere awareness and exposure. So if I want to go through with this, I have to make it work. But it wasn't like I was forcing myself to make that work. It just, yeah, it happened. A little bit of luck, maybe.
Absolutely. And would you say that, well, would you say there's any directors that you might like to work with as a long-term goal? I mean, who would you love to work with?
I would love to work at one point in my life with Guillermo del Toro. I love his creativity, and I'm also a creative person myself, so I really ambition that. Peter Jackson, but that's because I'm a big fan of the Lord of the Rings films and books, and now he's doing The Hobbit. So it would be great to work with him, not necessarily in a Lord of the Rings project, of course, but in any other project. I love District 9 as well, and he was a producer on that, but it was really cool. Steven Spielberg, you know, those bigger names. Yeah.
And would you ever see yourself going back behind the camera? Because that's your background as well, isn't it, producing?
Yeah, I did some producing, of course. I have my own company as a producer. So I think somehow, if I don't act, I will always do some production work with my business associate. But for now, as soon as we go into pre-production for a big film we're going to do in the summer, yeah, it's all about acting. So if I have time in between, maybe some producing, but now just it's good for me that I know how production works, you know, because I don't think a lot of actors are also a producer. So that
yeah,
helps.
you can really appreciate that when you're on there as an actor, what's going on in the background, and you know, appreciate everyone that's around you as well.
Yeah, I really feel that because I've been there and I've been in the same sort of position. But no, my ultimate now my focus is really on the acting bit.
Well, you're going to be a very busy man in the next couple of years, so I wish you all the best with what you're doing, and thank you very much for joining us.
All right, no problem, man.
For more information on Rik and Amsterdam Heavy, visit my website, themoreshow.co.uk. Don't go anywhere, and I'll see you after the break.
Visit themoreshow.co.uk/shop to purchase products and services from your favourite past guests. If you're new to this site, you can also catch up on the previous television and radio shows through YouTube and the More Show website.